I am a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony, they're no good. Is she actually serious? Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with more of Let's Play Dream Daddy. I can't believe this is actually the 4th episode I'm recording in one session. Like, my goodness, I am really getting into this game. I actually figured, before we go back to Damien, well, I'll just read, like, the rest of the dads I haven't covered yet. Like, I won't message them, but I'll just to show you them. So here's Craig's. Dad of 3, business entrepreneur, fitness enthusiast, juggling work, family. Fitness is a tough gig, but someone's got to do it. Friday night, you're most likely to get one last good cardio session in. One thing to take with you onto a desert island would be a box of energy bars. Return-ons, a sub 6-minute mile. What did you want to be when you grew up? A pure beer pong world champion. What's your favorite movie genre? Buddy cop movies forever, I figured. What's your ideal date? Scaling a huge dangerous mountain, fun. What do you never leave home without? An extra tube of energy gel. Spent a lot of time thinking about my mile time used to be so good. What happened? Have I peaked? Okay, and then let's go to Brian. Hey, I'm Brian. I spend most of my days hanging out with my awesome daughter and think of new ways to grill things. If you like fishing, then we'll get along. Friday night, you're most likely to see just how slowly I can cook a piece of brisket. Yeah, one thing to take with you on a desert island would be my fishing pole. That's a really good idea. What are your turn-ons? Keen understanding of steak cuts. What did you want to be when you grew up? A fireman? Romantic comedy is his favorite movie genre. What's your ideal date? Deck building? What do you never leave home without? My portable fishing pole. Spent a lot of time thinking about how my daughter is smarter than I am. Okay. Alright, let's go to Robert. When the internet gains sentience and decides to destroy us all, you know that we'll use this information against us, right? Friday night, you're most likely to make a deal in an alleyway. How'd it go badly? Who's the cop? Was it Giacomo? I trusted Giacomo. Jeez. You had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? Gun. What are your turn-ons? Don't talk to me. What did you want to be when you grew up, Grifter? What's your favorite movie genre? Italian neo-realism. What's your ideal date? Grave robbing. What do you never leave home without? At least 4 knives. I spent a lot of time thinking about, you ever really look into a rabid animal's eyes? Okay. Damien already did. Okay, here we go. Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're on here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know and I'm sorry. Friday night, you're most likely to brew some strong tea and paint my miniatures. You had one thing to take with you to Desert Island, what would it be? A remembrance of things passed by Marshall Proust. What are your turn-ons? Muscles. What did you want to be when you grew up? Movie star. What's your favorite genre? Documentaries on art history. What's your ideal date? Each of us read a different book on opposite sides of the couch in comfortable silence. What do you never leave home without? My glasses. Actually, I forget them at home a lot. I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. Spent a lot of time thinking about. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing there. Joseph. Voted Maple Bay's #1 youth minister for 5 years running. Living in my hometown with my beautiful wife and her 4 amazing kids. If I'm not in church, you can catch me out in the open water. Setting sail on the seas of adventure. I love playing guitar and crushing my kids at Candyland. On a Friday night, you are most likely to lead the community in a fun mixer. If you had one thing to take with you tonight, what would it be? My 6th string. What are your turns on? What are your turn-ons? My loving wife. Aw. What did you want to be when you grew up? Ship captain. What's your favorite movie genre? Feel-good movies? What's your ideal date? Lovely night on the town with my wife? What do you never leave home without? The Good Book? And I spent a lot of time thinking about how can I be a better man, husband, and father. Okay. Alright, so without further ado, let's message Damien again, I guess. Alright, so yeah, this is still staying the same. Okay. let's continue down Damien's story, I guess. They really stepped up the production. Yeah, oh yeah, I read that before. Wow, even after drinking water, I still feel like my voice is slightly tired. I guess I will reluctantly have to wrap up this recording session after this video. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up Dad Book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter. Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Like in the other part, it was like when the mailman was slipping the envelopes to the door. I was like, oh, this is a letter from Damien. Now it's actually happening. So, whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment, folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, that dude goes all out. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter in the most beautiful calligraphy. The letter reads, Dearest... Oh boy, is this gonna be too long for me to read? I'm gonna try. Dearest Lance, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak toward something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have derailed by forces unforeseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit, and for that I thank you. That said, Lance, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema followed by a moonlit stroll would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response, with great respect. D. Blood March. Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Wow. He's good. So, you gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I'd better message him on Dad Book and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut. You have to write him back! A real letter! But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon. Same. Well, maybe not that bad, but not very good. Everyone tells me that. But, unless I write in cursive. My cursive writing is actually neater. But anyways, Dad, you have to! He wrote you a letter! That's so cool! Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like, then enclose them in the letter. Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop into my laptop and peruse showtimes. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2? Evil never dies. I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid. Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration into the ennui of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Really? Nah, there's just lots of blood and vampires, titties. Jeez. Well, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out, then sit down at the table with Amanda trying to sit down and try to draft a nice letter. I start writing. Damien. I do hope this letter finds you in good health. Hey, good morrow to you on this fine eve. Let's go with good morrow to you on this fine eve. Not sure if that checks out, but it looks fine to me. I think Damien would like that. What's next? Hey, remember when your son tried to cast... What? You've been good? I must confess my amateur control of the written word. Jeez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let him know how you're feeling. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after us together. I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves in. It's so funny. It's only in this playthrough you get to hear me swear, so I hope you're enjoying this. That earnest shit was pretty messed up. Oh boy. Probably most of these videos are gonna get on demonetized, aren't they? Whatever, I don't care. But still, funny funny stuff. So I'm gonna go. You find me in good spirits.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. That's one thing that Amanda likes on the letter. Ask him to hang out already. Sure, takes time, Amanda. Strange turn of events. I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. Like Rule's landscape with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. Oh yeah. What? Just these last options. Just, oh man. Like, I'm almost tempted to do like another playthrough on my own time, just to see like what these alternative options do, just for Damien. Like, seriously, what would happen? I don't know. Maybe just to get a terrible ranking, but I don't know. Strange turn of events. I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. Maybe this one. Bring it home, Pops. Let me take you out. I got 2 tickets to the movies. I very much enjoy your company, accompanying you to the cinema. It'd bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Yeah, smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classy move. Most, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, You'll Never Dies, which I'm sure you'll find both titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes, hard dash, namaste. We'll carry on. I don't know, I just feel like going with best wishes for this one. And then I sign my name, my full name, fancier that way. Lance Patrick. Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. What? It's not that bad. I'm not gonna read all this again because I basically did already. You spelled his name wrong. What? Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes. Now all I have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can I seal it with tape? That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. You have a wax seal. Ooh. Ooh, we are really going all out. This is awesome. She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's that other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses the small piece of wood onto it. Into it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing, here it is, your seagull. Not your seagull. Seagull. Actually, I don't know how to pronounce that word, to be honest, but I tried. A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. Her face here. Well, I guess all there is to do delivers to his doorstep now, huh? Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. Is she actually serious? I don't want to know if any of this is true. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter to the slot in his door and go back home. Mission accomplished. Now I play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day, he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps him pick out a nice outfit, and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night, and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? Whoa. I jump at the sound of his voice. I would have done like a, I don't know, slightly scarier version of his voice, but I knew it was supposed to be scary. I got the sound of his voice and turned to see Damien right behind me. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for? I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? I didn't hear anything. This guy. What? What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please, allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids or perhaps Milk Duds. Let's do it. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us. Oh, my dad's here. Turn to find Lucien standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Oh. Lucien, how nice to see you! I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will he be attending tonight? Whoops, my voice almost cracked there. Whew. Yeah, my voice is definitely getting tired. My friends are making me see some kids' movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. What? You? Watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Ha! Good luck with that, Dad. Lucien rejoins his friends, and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. We wait in line for a little longer, and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. What is going on here? Is everything okay? Vampire said this movie hasn't even started yet. Everything is perfectly fine. I'm so, excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Of course, I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Like The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I never heard of. I think I see where this is going. I think he's not, like, as quite into maybe this whole goth thing as he wishes to be, but he's trying, and that's part of who he is. I don't know. This is just my prediction right now. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies? You must be joking. I love horror movies. The lights dim for the film. Whoa, my ears. Yeah, okay. I think I'm correct here. All right. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary. That's all. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice, and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. Kicked in my heatwave voice for a second there. Pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. What voice do I give him? Awaken, my coven. Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy, it is time. The three look at each other, and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade! This rules. The trio of vampires flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. We get to a tense moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree, it's good to finally blood you! Oh my. Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood. What? Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got to an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. Maybe I could do something to try and make him feel more comfortable. I've got it! I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. Point out plot hole. Ask what's happening. Yeah. I feel like I need to be like more sensitive and ask what's happening. Aw, no! That was the wrong option. Wait, what's happening? I believe Carmela... Oh no! I thought that question was about like what's happening with him, not the movie. I believe Carmela's trying to kidnap the general's son, but the son is also her cousin, and there's a werewolf for some reason. Yeah, we all know what this is making fun of. Which one's Carmela? Oh. She's Demetrius' wife rival, I think. Great, he's confused, going for the kill. This movie doesn't make any sense because I'm not paying attention and therefore it's bad. Right, yes. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. But we get to the final scene of the movie where Romeo's bad blood and the general's wife embrace each other in his crypt. It appears that the true vampire crusade was the vampire crusade in our hearts. Our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the general's wife begin making out hard. The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen. And then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival over Carmela, who watch the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It'll only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3. Evil must die again. Or thunder, or ominous organs. The movie fades out, and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise and it admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be. Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Okay, good. There's more to this because, yeah, I feel bad for asking him about the movie. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn, okay, here comes the smooth response. Thanks, cool. Oh, really? Just one word? Thanks, cool. Well, thanks seems to be the only good one. No problem. Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? We could maybe stop off and grab something to eat. Worry not, friend. I have a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery. What? Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, Lance. Trust me. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. Wow, what is this music? I don't know. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The nightlights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, this is strangely romantic. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket. Wait, where were you? Where are you hiding that? Under my cloak? Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket, and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question, though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie? I wasn't. He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I just I've never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think, gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Suddenly it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. Oh no. Is this like a minigame segment coming up? What is that? I'm not sure. Notice this. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us. Its shape taking more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster. Woof! Oh. It's a dog. It's a dog. Oh, I thought it was Brian's dog. As it finally comes to the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. Wait, could this be... The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog! Hey, we both look up, not expecting to see. Yeah! I guessed it. It was Robert. Thanks! Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids. What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This isn't my dog. I found her wandering in the street. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Davey and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure. Won't give her cheese, though. Not to worry. Davian reaches into the depths of his cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog, question mark dog, because he doesn't know whose dog it is, disappears in the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or Maltese. I think big dogs are nice, too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. Not as cool as cats, though. I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin to walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Lance, if you allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. He reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow, thank you, Damien. I'll use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. I can't wait to sneeze on. I'm gonna wave this at passing ships. Oh, I've already done one bad thing. I might actually reload if I choose the bad option. I might actually do that. Let's go with this first. Okay, we chose the best option, it looks like. Okay. Whew, a noble purpose. Alright. A noble purpose? Sorry, just enjoy doing his voice. Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down the couch trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just, Okay, yes, how was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Oh my gosh. The amount of time I had to say that word in this episode. Told you. But, as it turns out, Damien is scared. Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yeah, he's so cool, it's scary. Nice save, Lance. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. Yeah. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. So cute. I don't trust you. Nor do I. Nor are you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will ya? I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight. This is not always the best medicine. Date complete. Ooh, how did I do? Edwardian, I did bad on that part. Rom-com. I almost maxed out the horror.
I'm sensing a romance between us.
Yeah! Yes!
Chemical romance.
Ha
That's a band?
Oh, he didn't know that was a band. Well, awesome. I didn't think I'd get an S rank in anything in this playthrough, but I did it. Wow, look, the score is like almost all 8s. It's like half the numbers. Alright, so, wow, I really saved the date at the end, I guess. Awesomeness. Alrighty. So, let's just go through this loading screen here. I'm gonna end this video here. Wow, Damien is definitely turning out to be a lot more interesting than I expected, and that's what I was hoping for. But I'm gonna end this episode off here. So, be sure to leave a like, or a comment, or even subscribe, because it lets me know that you like my channel, my videos, and it helps you keep up to date more easily with the latest content from me. I do videos on The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. I'll talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching! Oh, man. Between recording 4 parts of this back-to-back and the Bon Voyage episode of The Sims 2, I need a break. My throat needs a break.